The group calling itself Nkrumah's Circle is calling for a review of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and not an amendment, since the processes used to enact the 1992 Constitution was not the right one. So speaking at a press conference organized here in Accra, chairman of the group Amodani Gariba explained that the current constitution does not have the mandate of the people.
The Nkrumahist Circle is a youth movement seeking to make a change in Ghana and Africa as a whole. Observing the Memorial Day of the late Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the group petitioned government for a democratic constitution. Chairman of the group, Amodani Gariba, explained that the indemnity clause in the 1992 constitution is undemocratic and called for a drafting of a new constitution, as this will help the country find its feet again. He said the constitution should have a mandate of the people and not out of military rule, insisting that there is the need for a new constitution. He further stressed that this group will continue to educate the masses to support this call, and this will make government give them a listening ear.
Calling for amendments, we are calling for a new constitution. It's a fact that this constitution is a bogus constitution. The processes that were used in enacting this constitution was not the right one. Before you enact a constitution, it is expected that you go to the people and ask them to elect a constituent assembly, just like you do for parliamentarians. And then these representatives of the people would ask the people what they want in the new constitution. And these people will come and sit and draft the constitution. After they are done drafting, the constitution is then subjected back to the people for their final votes. But when you look at 1992 constitution, that did not happen. A certain group of soldiers ganged up, took power from a constitutionally elected government, and with no mandate from the people, just because they had guns. And because of that, they decreed and got a few of people, paid them to write the constitution. Using a decree, got a group of people from across the length and breadth of the country, paid them and called them the Consultative Assembly. And then from then, they submitted the constitution to a referendum. And even in the referendum, less than 50% of the people voted. It was 48% of those who could vote voted, and out of that, this constitution came into being. Aside that, there are certain laws in the constitution that is undemocratic, and that's what we've said as the indemnity clause. It says that nobody connected with the PNDC that has committed any crime from 1979 to 1992 could be sent to any court of law for justice to be served. And the question we are asking, how can there be in a democracy? There is no way. So fundamentally, the constitution is wrong. And that is why, to date, since the illegal overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah, the country has not been able to find its feet, despite the fact that it's been 60 years plus since we got independence. Our peers, like Malaysia, like Singapore, and are almost getting to the status of developed countries, but we are still bogged down as a low-level developing country. When in fact, when we started out, we were better than them. And what we were saying that the fundamental is the constitution that is bringing about all this. We have something we call Article 71 in the constitution that gives overbearing economic power to certain class of people, the politicians, the judiciary, the top brass of the society, leaving behind the ordinary man and woman who always toils but for nothing. Started, we are going to continue educating the people, the ordinary man. We believe that with them, when we are able to get a critical mass of them supporting this cause, government has nothing to say but to adhere to our cause.
Amodani Gariba further said that the full representation and showcase of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah can happen if people undo the illegality caused on them.
And you say that you are for Nkrumah when you've suspended his constitution, you've made him illegal in the statute in our law books. How is that possible? So you have to go back. If you really love Kwame Nkrumah and want to showcase him as the true father of the nation, you have to go back and undo all the illegalities that you've done on him.